Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima. गुड मॉर्निंग बे आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते
Namaskar.
वनकम
Namaskara.
खुशामदीद
Assalamualaikum.
सत श्री अकाल
మీకు అందరికీ వందనము.
जय स्वामी नारायण
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेंद्र
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोलते याली मदद.
बोलाली मतलब बोलते हुए सारे फीजी बदलों को बोलेंगे नीसा बुला जान हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे मैं से फालतू बाबा
And of course myself फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's gonna make your Friday wali morning totally exciting, totally Friday and totally mastani.
Yes, but just she's not talking about frying something. She's talking about fry है उसका तो कैलिफोर्निया में उसको भूख लगती है बहुत इसलिए डी खा लिया उसने.
क्या? क्या खा लिया?
तेरे लिए तो कोवी वायरस है ना?
क्या?
कोई तेरे लिए कोवी वायरस है ना वो?
What is COVID virus?
डी नहीं है उसमें.
हाँ?
डी नहीं है ना? फ्राई है कोवी.
Oh God.
Go but anyways, but it's actually 297th day of our sheltering in place. Why am I keeping track of this? Because most of you aren't. That's all. Simple and plain, Banajan. Let me tell you the situation of the virus hitting our nation. It's still bad. We got to wait until 20th of January for it to go. But one more thing which actually we got to worry about is the pandemic as well. Faltu didn't catch the joke.
No, I was trying to get my headset going, Altu Baba. Sorry about that.
She's trying to get
I got
headset
the virus and I know what you were talking about, Jan 20th. That virus is very, very dangerous, even more dangerous.
Hey, but that virus went on Twitter after 12 hours of the thing which they have banned on him, right?
I know, what is wrong with
Went
Twitter?
back and said something big is coming back.
You guys, I'm telling you, he's not going to sit still. He's not one to give up, especially the people with borderline personality disorders like him. Impossible that he's going to keep quiet and he's not going to do anything.
Well, I don't know about borderline disorder. I know he's a sociopath for sure.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, don't worry about it. We are here right now to make sure we can make your morning nice and smooth and fantastic for you guys for the entire day. And also for the weekend, actually. So without any further ado, Baljan, thing which actually keeps everybody going in the morning is my traffic update.
What?
Yeah, of
It's
course,
time
right?
for the Bondu traffic update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Well, what's happening with you ask me? Nothing! Absolutely nothing. See, I always give positive spin and Faltrani. There's no incident in the traffic. Traffic is like totally blank. There's no accidents report except for something far off in Dublin area and all, which is actually an accident on Foothill Road in Dublin. Don't worry about that at all. It's not going to bother us. And also up north, somewhere near Sausalito, there's an accident. There's somewhere there. Don't worry. Bay Area is safe. Well, actually, no, that accident also is not impacting any traffic over there. So, there you go. Good news for you guys, Faltrani. And guess what, Faltrani? I have the bearer of good news already. Though it's supposed to be cloudy today, but check out the window, Faltrani. Sun rays coming into our studios. Wow, this is what I actually, come to work for, Banjan. And I get to watch the sun rays. By the way, you know what, Faltrani? You know why I said that my traffic update gives a positive note to people?
Right, tell me.
Because whenever I share about it, Faltrani, it's a wonderful day.
Yeah, every day is a wonderful day.
Yeah, I share every day.
Oh my God.
Monday to Friday. My God. Of course, don't worry. Weekend is going to be awesome because Saturday we have sunny skies all over. And you'll know why we pay high taxes over here in California, Banjan, because of the weather. And yes, if at all you want to planning to go out someplace, physical distancing, guys, please, because COVID situation is not cleared up. We're not out of the clear still. We are still in the purple. And seems like, you know what is getting me nervous, Faltrani?
What, Altu Baba?
You know what day it is right now?
Don't be nervous, Altu Baba.
You know what day it is, first of all?
Today is the Friday.
No, what date is it?
Today is the 9th.
No, it's
8th of January.
Yeah, she already in the weekend, Manajan. So that's how she always parties. Well, Manajan, 8th of January, but it's been like almost 7 days, a week after whatever happened on New Year's party and everything, right?
Yeah.
You know, historically, if you look at it, like historically, last year pattern dekha jaye to, people's behaviors comes up, as what happens later on, right?
Yeah.
It takes 2 weeks for all the things to hit. Probably we might see one more surge. That is because I'll tell you why, Faltwani.
Huh.
Because anyway, when you go into the news updates, I share more about it. Santa Clara County is not far off. Number
We're not doing well?
Our death tolls actually went up by 4%, close to it.
What?
So 28 new deaths have occurred in Santa Clara County alone. We'll talk more about that in the news, but lekin abhi ke liye, Faltwani, do you have the headlines for us?
Yes, I do, Altu
She
Baba.
does have the headlines, but so let's go check out what's happening with the news. Come on, Faltwani. Let's start with the virus. I meant to say the pandemic.
Are you talking about the pandemic in the White House?
No.
Then?
The pandemic in Rwanda is not a pandemic, it's just a
Well,
virus.
anyway, Pfizer BioNTech vaccine appears effective against the new mutation in the new coronavirus variants, according to a new study. That's good news. The US CDC is saying that priority COVID-19 vaccination groups may now overlap. And of course, yesterday marked another day where the US recorded a record number of deaths due to COVID-19. Let's go on over to political news. One Republican senator at least is saying that he would consider a Democratic effort to impeach Trump after the Capitol assaults. Trump's fans condemn violence, but they aren't about to blame him. Trump to be blamed for the death of Rosanne Boyland, 34, at the Capitol riot, according to family members. US lawmakers say that the police downplayed the threat of violence before the Capitol siege. There is also a racial component that's being discussed, that there are white supremacists in the ranks of the police. Trump, who actually went, I don't know how many of you saw that, Banajan, he released a video, saying that, people, especially the ones who stormed the Capitol, they will be punished and blah, blah, blah. It clearly looked like he was reading from a teleprompter. It's a speech that's written by one of his staff, for sure. But after promising the orderly transition, he vowed today, actually he just sent a tweet out saying he will give voice to his supporters. And something big is coming.
Wow.
Yes. FBI and Washington police are jointly going to investigate the death of Capitol Police officer, according to the acting U.S. Attorney General. And Trump also tweeted out saying that he's not going to be attending Biden's inauguration. There's been a slew of resignations in the White House, Manajan, especially from Trump's cabinet, because I think everybody's chicken to go ahead and invoke the 25th Amendment. Right now, White House's Gary Kudlow is saying that he's not resigning, but he's going on vacation. And then, of course, voting machine company Dominion is going to be suing pro-Trump lawyer Sidney Powell over the wild accusations. The US, in some technology news, Banajan, the US now has not found any defects in the review of about 662,000 Tesla vehicles, they're saying. Tesla has also launched a cheaper variant of the Model Y SUV. Cisco is now in court after Acacia ends a $2.84 billion merger deal. Roku has bought a video streaming app called Quibi. And in news from India, Banajan, no decision at the meeting as farmer unions did not offer alternatives to the repeal of the laws. They're staying strong on that, and that's what Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar is saying. And in Rio, actually, accidental rivals India and China are now going to blame it on Rio because it's some debate that's going on with regard to the COVID vaccine. So more on all that we'll bring shortly.
And of course, Bhajan, that was the news updates, as in your headlines only. Don't worry, we'll come back with all. Yeah, it sounded like a news in detail, of course. Faltwani does a wonderful job of it. But we'll come back with actually the detailed news for you guys. We might not be able to share all the stories with you guys, but definitely we will catch up on the news blog, mediamahima.com. Like in the say, we'll give it a brief of Faltwani to just take a breath and while we listen to this wonderful song. This is a song from the movie Hamraz Banajan, the voice of Mahendra Kapoor. Namu chupa kijiyo, na sar jhuka kijiyo. Yes. Enjoy the song. We'll be back right after this. न मुँह छुपा के जियो और न सर झुका के जियो न मुँह छुपा के जियो और न सर झुका के जियो गमों का दौर भी आए तो मुस्कुरा के जियो
ना मुँह छुपा के जियो और न सर झुका के जियो ना मुँह छुपा के जियो और न सर झुका के जियो घटा में छुप के सितारे फना नहीं होते घटा में छुप के सितारे फना नहीं होते अंधेरी रात के अंधेरी रात के दिल में दिए जला के जियो ना मुँह छुपा के जियो और न सर झुका के जियो गमों का दौर भी आए तो मुस्कुरा के जियो ना मुँह छुपा के जियो और न सर झुका के जियो
Ready? And a beautiful song by the Jan. What a message! What a message! This actually is starring Sunil Dutt in this movie. Banjan Hamraj. Agar dekha nahi to it's a wonderful watch for matinee, Sunday matinee. Suppose Banjan do that, yeah, because COVID time mein all these networks are falling short of content, so you can go watch this kind of movies, right, for sure. But abhi ke liye Banjan, we're gonna jump back into the news for you guys. The news in detail coming right up. Faltrani, are you ready?
The US reported more than 4,000 COVID-19 deaths in a single day for the first time yesterday as more grim stats pile up. In Los Angeles County, the number of people dying of COVID-19 in a day is now equivalent to the number of homicide deaths the city sees in an entire year. China has locked down Shijiazhuang, a city of 11 million people near Beijing, to contain the country's worst flare-up in months. In Japan, Tokyo and 3 neighboring prefectures went into a state of emergency today. And here's a little bit of good news that a new study offers early evidence that Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine may be effective against the 2 new coronavirus variants first identified in South Africa and the United Kingdom that are now cropping up across the globe. Let's give you some updates on the Capitol riot. Banjan, a U.S. Capitol police officer has died of injuries suffered in Wednesday's violence at the Capitol. Officer Brian Sicknick is the 5th person to die as a result of the insurrection. Despite weeks of preparation, law enforcement officials say that they had no intelligence that the planned pro-Trump rally would pose a threat to the Capitol building or anyone in it. And now Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sund is resigning. Sund said his force and other officers were actively attacked with metal pipes and other weapons as rioters tried to enter the building. Digital security experts are now raising alarm over the breach, saying it could create potential national security and intelligence risks. Rioters broke into congressional offices, ransacked papers, and in at least one case reportedly stole a laptop. Nearly 6,200 National Guard members are being mobilized from several states and the District of Columbia to provide security to Washington following the deadly events. From the White House, 2 cabinet members have resigned in the wake of the Capitol riot. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao tendered her resignation, saying she was deeply troubled by the events at the Capitol. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos also resigned, saying President Trump's role in spurring the Capitol mob was the inflection point. Meanwhile, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her leadership team are considering a rapid impeachment process if Vice President Mike Pence and the cabinet refuse to take steps to remove Trump from office in the coming days. Pelosi, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, and other Democratic lawmakers have called on the administration to invoke the 25th Amendment and strip Trump of his presidential powers. Trump yesterday publicly conceded his November's election defeat for the first time and acknowledged a transfer of power is underway. He did not take the name of Joe Biden, and in a tweet that he sent out this morning, he said that he is not going to be attending the inauguration. He also sent another tweet, Banujan, where after this video that he released, which seemed like he was reading from something, he said that the nearly 75 million people who vote for him will have a giant voice, and all caps. Long into the future, they will not be disrespected or treated unfairly in any way, shape, or form. So basically, he was retracting what he said in that
Apology.
in the apology video. So it was clear that the apology video was something that he had to do because he was forced by his cabinet.
No, had to do. He was made to do. Come on, the different Supreme Leader always thinks in different ways.
Yeah, possibly. And of course, now the FBI, Washington police are jointly going to investigate the death of the Capitol Police officer. Acting U.S. Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen has said on Friday. Further, I also want to let you know, Bajan, that U.S. lawmakers are saying that the police downplayed the threat of violence before this Capitol siege, apparently. This was moments before hundreds of rioters stormed the building. U.S. Capitol Police barricaded the lawmakers inside the chamber of the House of Reps, where they had just started the final certification of the electoral vote, showing Democrat Joe Biden had beaten Trump in the November election. It wasn't until things really escalated that there was a panicky kind of state, said a Pennsylvania Democrat. In some news with regard to the COVID, did I share about the COVID-19 vaccination?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. So, let's tell you, Bajan, there is a voting machine company that they kept saying that, it was rigged and all that stuff, right? So the voting machine company sued the former Trump campaign lawyer, Sidney Powell, on Friday, accusing her of spreading false conspiracy theories about November's election that Republican President Donald Trump lost to Democrat Joe Biden. Denver-based Dominion Voting Systems is filing a case in federal court alleging defamation and is seeking $1.3 billion in damages. In some tech news, the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration has said it would not grant a petition seeking a formal review of 662,000 Tesla vehicles for claims of sudden unintended acceleration. The U.S. Auto Safety Regulator said its review of the December 2019 petition into the 2012-2020 model year Tesla Model S, Model X, Model Y, and Model 3 vehicles found that the incidents cited were caused by pedal misapplication, and that the NHTSA found no evidence of fault in the accelerator pedal assemblies, motor control, or brake systems that contributed to the cited accident, is what they're saying. Also, good news for those of you who like the Model Y and are looking for a cheaper version of it. Tesla Inc. has launched a cheaper variant of the Model Y, bringing its sports utility vehicle's price closer to that of the Model 3 sedan. The electric car maker's least expensive car, the model standard range Model Y, is priced at $41,990, only $4,000 more than the entry-level Model 3, according to the company's website. So now, for those of you who heard the news yesterday, know that Tesla shares have surged more than 700% in 2020, and they were up nearly 5% at $853.89 per share.
If you're looking to buy electric car, just wait for a chance. Soon it will become subscription model. So instead of buying a new phone, you go buy an Apple car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Hyundai and Apple
And
actually.
you can just upgrade, is that what you say?
Yeah, that's what they do, right? Apple is famous for that, right? Only thing is, what will happen is if you have an old Apple car, you'll have to again, it'll start going slow on freeways.
Yeah. Freeways, what? Yeah, that's scary.
What? Your phone's
You're
really slow
going
down,
at
right?
like 80 and then you go.
No, after your warranty period, of course.
Okay.
After the first year.
That's terrible.
So Apple has worked with Honda, along with Hyundai, they're trying to Hyundai's trying to actually work with them. The South Korean company is trying to work with them to make sure they can help them make the Apple car possible. When that happens, Faltrani,
Yeah.
I know you're going to go by first person in line
No,
for that.
no.
Please.
No.
I know you, Faltrani.
No, I won't.
Again, cars will be the ones
Tesla, maybe. You know why? Because Tesla has Radio D Hotties. You can just tell your Tesla to play Radio D Hotties and she automatically
you
picks
do
up.
realize that Apple actually comes up with their own slew of apps. If you already have an app for Radio D Hotties,
We
right?
do, I know. But then,
Siri already knows Radio D Hotties, by the way.
Yes, that's true, actually. Well, you can ask Siri to play Radio the Hotties, like our Vishalji very nicely pointed out. He said, "Oh, we can just put it on Apple CarPlay, and Siri picks up Radio the Hotties." When I said Tesla, okay, fine, we got it. Anyway, those of you looking for the Tesla, it's become a little more affordable right now. Cisco Systems on Friday sought a court order asking Acacia Communications to close the $2.84 billion deal just over an hour after the optical component maker terminated the merger agreement. Also, there are some new rules that are coming to WhatsApp and new terms and conditions, and looks like a lot of people are moving over to Signal and Telegram after these terms and conditions have been put in place. And in the latest on the farmer union negotiations with the government, Badhujan, an 8th round of talks between the centre and protesting farmers failed to break an over a month-long deadlock. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar has said that no decision could be reached as the unions are not giving any alternatives to their demand except the repeal of the laws. So if you want to get more information about all of this, you can go to mediamahima.com. That's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Babe at the Jam. We'll be back tonight, live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Don't forget to go and listen to Radio the Hotties. Download our apps if you don't have it. And enjoy some wonderful music all day long. We'll see you in the evening. Have a fantastic, safe, healthy Friday.
Hi, this is Anushka Sharma. You're listening to me on Radio The Hotties with Altu Baba and Paltu Rani, where entertainment keeps getting hotter.
We hope you're loving the music. The best music with the best entertainment. You know, where it keeps getting hotter. And that's Radio The Hotties. And main aapki Paltu Rani. Sunte rahiyega, there's more lovely music that we've lined up for you. Total The Hottie hits.